in the last 2 weeks of April brings eclipse season. Mean with House of Chiron, and I am here to make the language of astrology digestible and accessible for all. I am not only a professional astrologer, but I am also a Reiki master and mental health professional. Yes. So if you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you will not miss a beat. You won't miss any of the videos that I upload and all the good things and all the good news and all the events and whatnot. Okay, so join this community. All right, now if you are returning, then welcome back, family. How are you doing? How's the last 2 weeks? I hope it's been good and all that good stuff. So with that said, we are ending the month, right? The month of April. It's gone by so quickly already. And so we're going to wrap up these last 2 weeks of April before we head on into May. All right. So we're going to be covering the energy for April 16th until April the 30th. And we start off these 2 weeks with a new moon total solar eclipse at 29 degrees Aries. So this new moon is different because it's an eclipse, number one, but also it is happening at the anaretic degree, which is 29 degrees. So it's going to be a little intense. It's different. This is our second Aries new moon, but this one is different than the one from last month. Okay, so this one is more faded, more karmic even. Okay, so and it's happening in this karmic faded way because it is going to be making those conjunctions and connections to the lunar nodes, right? So this one is the solar eclipse that is kicking off the start of the lunar nodes that will be soon shifting from the Taurus Scorpio axis to the Aries Libra axis. But first, it's going to make some more, Taurus and Scorpio eclipses before all that happens, okay? Now, leading us into the next cycle of our timelines, this is what this moon is here for. The next cycle, the next timeline, the next phase, right? We're pushing forward into something, and we can kind of like blame that on this conjunction to the North Node. It's happening at 4 degrees Taurus, so it's within those requiring degrees to be considered a conjunction. Is within 5 degrees. So although it is in a different sign, this moon is in Aries and the North Node is in Taurus, it's still within those degrees to be considered a conjunction. So this is going to be setting the tone that a new beginning is kicking off, but not without a little pressure, and is adding a major push forward, that North Node energy, pushing forward, trying to devour something, trying to go after something. Also, the solar eclipse is happening at the anaretic degree, like I was talking about, which is 29 degrees. And this represents the closing of a cycle. And this is kind of the opposite vibe of what a new moon typically represents. So we're closing, we're wrapping up something so we can begin something new. Now, another aspect that's being made with this moon is the conjunction to Jupiter. It's not an exact conjunction, but it's within 6 degrees of the Jupiter and the moon. So Jupiter is at, I believe, 23 degrees Aries, so it's within 6 degrees of this moon, and so it's still considered a conjunction. It's just not a tight exact conjunction. Now, also, this is indicating a new beginning that could possibly bring expansion, many opportunities, optimism, and whatnot. Getting the broader view, the taking the higher route to get the bird's eye view of what is to come and what it is that we need, right? Also, new beliefs, new horizons to reach. But on the alternative side, what this can bring with this moon, because the moon represents our emotions, right? Our feelings, it's our internal world. It can amplify those things, right? The emotions and the feels are going to be amplified. We might be a little tender to touch, okay? Because Chiron is also here and it's making a play. So we might have some things, some wounds. We might be a little tender, okay? Now, what this is also doing is we're able to see the truth of what is necessary to be released or to be accepted in order to create what we desire. Okay, so also this moon is making a square to Pluto. So this is like the main character energy of this new moon, right? Pluto just moved into Aquarius, so it says 0 degrees. And so it's literally within 1 degree of an exact square to this moon, right? So very close energy, and it's adding that intensity that Pluto does, right? It's probably one of the most important aspects of this eclipse. Pluto has a way of like uncovering things that we want to keep hidden. It makes us face ourselves in a way that we don't necessarily care to do. And you know, it's all about going deep and accessing our own power, using willpower and our passions to release fears and to go after what we desire. Okay, now also take into consideration that the dispositor, the ruler of this moon is Mars, right? Because Mars rules Aries. This is the Aries moon. So where's Mars? What is Mars doing? Mars is chilling. It's over there in Cancer. It's at fall, right? So here is where we can tap into release the pressure from this new moon is through the Mars energy. It's a healthy way of managing the intensity of this eclipse energy. Mars is currently in Cancer, like I was saying, and it's making harmonious aspects, right? So harmonious aspects to Mercury, to Uranus, and Saturn. And it's helping us to allow our strong emotions to be released. It's helping us to use those emotions to cut out and let go of anything that is holding us back, you know, be it mindsets, people, situations, circumstances, whatever. It's also helping us to recognize that we're being guided to the next phase of our life while we're wrapping up this current one at the same time, right? It's all happening at the same time. So that's where the intensity could be coming from. All right. So moving on, we have the sun on the very next day, April 20th. We have the sun entering into Taurus. And so this is the start of Taurus season from April 20th until May 21st. And happy solar return to all of you Taurus folk out there. Yes. So Taurus season is here. Man, that means the sun's going to be going over my ascendant into my first house, you know? Okay. So Taurus season is here. The sun is shining, hopefully, depending on where you are. Spring is all around us, but so is chaos. And that's because Uranus is still here in the sign of Taurus. Okay, this is going to be the last time that the sun actually conjuncts the North Node while it's in the sign of Taurus, activating those Taurus and Scorpio North Node, South Node axis energy. So helping us to release fears in the Scorpio sector of our charts and embracing receptivity in the Taurus area of our chart. Now, Taurus season is going to be interesting because, like I said, Uranus is here. The sun is going to be making a conjunction to Uranus, and this also adds a bit of weird to the season. So we're going to be, you know, looking to express ourselves in a more unconventional way, but more so something that's aligned with our authenticity, right? Being our true selves. We want to be free, you know, free to do, free to be, free to live, free to love. We want to be free. And that's just what that is. And Uranus is activating that even more so. And as it comes into contact with the sun, that activation is going to be highlighting just that. Okay. So the last transit that I'm going to be talking about is Mercury stationing retrograde. Yes, Mercury retrograde. It happens at 15 degrees Taurus on April 21st, the very next day. So these things are happening like bam, 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 right back to back. The next like 3 days. It's 3 days back to back. So 19th, 20th, and 21st. And so we have Mercury station in retrograde, 15 degrees Taurus, April 21st until May 14th. It'll be in the sign of Taurus retrograde. Mercury is stationing retrograde while it's almost exactly conjunct Uranus, but it doesn't come into an exact conjunction until it's already retrograde. Mercury rules our minds, our daily activities, movement, all forms of communication. And typically Mercury going through Taurus helps us to slow down all of these things, make better decisions, come up with more stable and practical approaches and ideas to things, right? But with Uranus being here, its influence is bringing less stability and more self-analysis in order to discover what we need for stability, what we need for the freedom that we're seeking. Mercury also, the Mercury retrograde is also better used for a time to reevaluate, reassess, review, revise, and definitely rest. Don't start anything brand new. If this is something that you haven't been already working on, don't be launching it. Don't be doing it. Don't be initiating anything brand new right now. Okay. It's better used to reassess things that you kind of review it before you want to put it out there, right? Heavy on the rest. Put that out there. There also might be some unexpected news that surface because Mercury's communication is news, is information. So you might get some unexpected information. It doesn't necessarily have to be bad. It's just not what you expect. We could hear back on the progress of something that we've been working on for some time, or something that we've initiated some time ago. We could hear back from that, or recognize some progress with that, or recognize what needs to be reviewed or revamped. We also may have on a medical side, we may have overactive nervous systems with this transit, right? Because it's going to be making those aspects, not only with the sun, right? But also with Uranus that's here, right? And so connect with your body, right? In the Venusian way, because Mercury is in Taurus, and Taurus is ruled by Venus. So do so in a Venusian way, right? Get out in nature, move your body through dance, yoga, walking, go calm your nervous system by listening to soft music or something along those lines. Pay attention to the foods that you're eating and listen to your body. That is important. Listen to your body. Your body's going to tell you what it needs in this season. It doesn't need the same thing from all year round. From season to season, you change, we all change with the season. So listen to your body. It's telling you what you need. Okay, so that is all that I have for the general astrology forecast. Okay, so now let's get into these readings by sign. We're going to be briefly, and I'm heavy on the briefly, going over the Aries new moon solar eclipse energy for all 12 signs. Okay, so if you want to know more about how you can use this energy, or if you shouldn't be using this energy to set intentions, then you should join us at our new moon ceremony. So we have a new moon intention setting ceremony. I'm going to be giving tips and tools and all the treats when it comes to this Aries new moon solar eclipse, what you should do, what you shouldn't be doing, all that kind of stuff. So you should join us for that. It happens on April 19th, 6 p.m. Central Time. It's a virtual event, and you can get that information in the description box below. All right. So now for all 12 signs, make sure you are listening for your sun, moon, and your rising sign. Okay. So your rising is going to be first and primary. That is the most accurate reading for your sign. Your sun sign is secondary. It represents your focus, your goals, maybe even your career. And last but not least will be your moon sign. Your moon sign is subjective. It's your internal world. It represents your emotions, also can reflect your home and family life, as well as your current living situations. Okay. So with that being said, let's dive into it. We're going to start off with Aries, sun, moon, and rising. This is happening in your first house. And the first house represents the body. It's your I amness. It's who you are. So a new beginning, so showing up in a new way, but also an ending that's happening with how you show up, with how you initiate things. There are certain things that are coming up during this time. So also initiatives, how you go about being confident, how you go about strategically doing things and going after things in a courageous way. Okay. Now for Taurus, sun, moon, and rising, this is happening in your 12th house. This is in our 12th house. Okay. I'm a Taurus ascendant, Taurus rising with the rest of y'all. So this is happening in our 12th house. This is the house of endings, right? So we're having a new beginning in the house of endings. How contradictory is that, right? So whatever. It's also the house of healing. It's the house of spirituality, creativity, the interconnectedness of one another. So this might be a new beginning, a new phase when it comes to intimacy. When it comes to your creative projects, it might be a new beginning that you're embarking on, or maybe even a new path or a new cycle when it comes to healing your body, healing yourself, also mental health, right? Could be a thing because this is a house of mental health as well. All right, so for Gemini, sun, moon, and rising, this is happening in your 11th house. This eclipse is in your 11th house. So this is like the endings, but also the beginnings of, meeting certain goals, hopes and wishes, connecting with friends, networking, meeting new people. So you're embarking on a new path when it comes to achieving goals and also making new friends, networking, and your affiliation to large organizations. All right, so for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this eclipse moon is happening in your 10th house of career, public image, public responsibility to the world, your social status. Okay, so a new beginning when it comes to your career, when it comes to how you are being seen, recognition, maybe even fame, being recognized, publicly for something that you've done or something that you're doing. Maybe this is like something new that's happening at this time. It's planting a seed for a new way of doing career, new way of being recognized. All right. So for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this is happening in your 9th house. And this is the house of long distance journeys and travels. This is education. This is mentorship. This is like higher education, your beliefs also. So bringing in new beliefs and learning something new. Maybe you're going to school, or, you are planning a trip to, a long distance journey of some sort. So this is also something that could be going on at this time. And remember, for all of these reasons, for all signs, this is something that's karmic, something that's fated, that's just destined to happen. So this is something that is in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing. And this is especially you for you, Leo, because your 9th house is the house of also your purpose and your path. So something that's in alignment to that. All right, so for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this Aries new moon eclipse, a total solar eclipse is happening. That's a long thing to say. I ain't saying it no more. This is happening in your 8th house. This is the house that represents intimacy and debts and finances that you share with other people, resources that you get from others. This is also about taxes and loans and intimacy, like as far as intimate relationships, merging, right? So a new beginning when it comes to maybe your partner is going to be making more money or a new change in their finances. This is something new, something fated that's destined to happen. It's going to be changing your financial situation. Maybe even your debts are going to be changing at this time. It could be either way, high or low, it depends on where you are in your life, right? Now it depends also on your individual chart. So definitely something new that's coming up, something new that's changing when it comes to finances, your partner, with intimacy, maybe even like an intimate relationship that's forming at this time. All right, so moving forward, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this eclipse new moon is happening in your 7th house of relationships. This is the house of commitments, marriage, and partnerships. So this could very well indicate that maybe some of you all are embarking on a new path, a new journey when it comes to your relationships and your commitments. Also could be contracts, right? It could be business partnerships, not just intimate relationships, but it can be as well. Also, this might be that you're embarking on like a new cycle, a new path, a new journey, something that is fated, that is karmic with how you're showing up in your relationships, how you are in your relationships, but also maybe a new phase of a relationship. Like relationships could be ending in order for you to begin a new one, or this could be like a new beginning into an existing relationship, like going from just dating to, being committed, or being, just committed to being engaged, or just being married, however. It's all about changing in the phases of things, right? So for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this Aries new moon total solar eclipse is happening in your 6th house of work, routines, your rituals, your health, your body, your diet, your employees, the things that you do on a consistent daily basis, right? So this is a new beginning when it comes to your health, a new way of, managing your day-to-day tasks, right? So also new employees could be happening, new lines of work could be coming through, something that's fated, that is karmic, that is destined to happen for you. But it also can represent an ending that's happening in order for this new beginning. So maybe you're wrapping up a phase or a cycle, maybe like you're done with training, so now you're like full on into the work dynamic, right? So that is also a possibility, as well as you embracing a new way of health, like how you are eating or how you are living your life, or you're ending a cycle and you're embarking on something new when it comes to health and diet and whatnot. All right, so Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this eclipse, Aries new moon solar eclipse, I said I wasn't gonna say it again, is happening in your 5th house of creative projects, children, romance, joy, fun, hobbies, creative self-expression. So it has a lot to do with you maybe even ending a certain phase, embarking on a new hobby, maybe having like a new romantic relationship, a new romantic connection could be forming at this time, or you are starting like a new project. starting like a new creative project or a new hobby even. Maybe it's like a new relationship or a new phase of your relationship with your children if you have children, okay? And so also it could be the ending, the wrapping up of an existing something in order to embark on something new, okay? So for Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising, this Aries solar eclipse is happening in your fourth house of home, family, your sense of security and safety, mothers, the feminine influences that are in your life. So this is wrapping up a cycle to embark on a new cycle. You know, maybe there are some changes that are happening in your home. There's some changes that are happening, you know, maybe even with your real estate. Maybe you are looking to purchase a new home, or maybe you're looking to move, or you're selling your home at this time. And this could be like that phase that's happening. Also within your sense of safety, your sense of security could be shifting as well. So these things like could be manifesting through like external situations that are happening. Okay, it all depends on your individual chart. All right, now also for Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising, this Aries new moon eclipse is happening in your third house, and this is a house of short distance travels, education, like learning lower level education, skills and trades, that kind of thing. Also small business, your vehicles. So you could be getting a new car, or you could be, you know, letting a car go and getting a new one, trading one in for another one. Also maybe launching like your small business, or you know, new lines of work, or maybe you're going back to school, or you're learning a new skill or a trade, or you're launching that you're going to be teaching something, you know, all those different things. Or maybe you're just planning a short, quick trip, like a road trip with some friends or your siblings. That's possible because third house rules siblings. All right. And so last but not least, Pisces, sun, moon, and rising, this Aries new moon eclipse is happening in your second house of your finances. This is about relationships. This is about your income, your possessions, your values, right? And so a new beginning that's showing up in money, right? Money situations, money that you make for yourself, new streams of income coming in. It could be from your partner, it could be from you, but this is money that you make for yourself. So more than likely, this is you making a change with how you are receiving income, how you make income. So there you have it. All right. So that is all that I have for the energy for this month. Now, get into these announcements really quickly. Like I was previously stating, we have the Aries new moon solar eclipse intention ceremony that's happening on April 19th at 6 p.m. Central Time. So go ahead and hit the description box to register for your spot. Okay. Seats, they be filling up fast. They always fill up fast, like last minute. Okay, so go ahead and secure your spots. I'll tell you all the information you need about this eclipse on a deeper level than what I just gave. I will be going over the energy for everyone in the meeting with us, and you know, talking about where it's happening in your chart. Also, when you purchase this, you get the ebook, or excuse me, not ebook, you get the worksheet. Okay, so the worksheet comes so you can know your chart. It helps you with identifying the different houses, the different planets, and what houses they're in, the signs, and you get to practice using this worksheet with, you know, creating your chart. So once you purchase, you get a link to download this workbook. It's definitely something that you would want. Also, if you are not signed up for the newsletter, you would want to do so, right? You want to sign up for the newsletter, and you want to join us for this new moon ceremony, because you get two documents, right? So if you sign up for the newsletter, you get the ebook. It's a cheat sheet, right? It gives you so much game on the astrology terminology. It gives you so much information on what things mean and how to apply them to your chart, so they go hand in hand together. I just gave y'all something. Okay, so they go hand in hand together. So if you sign up for the newsletter, subscribe to the newsletter, and then you register for the event, you get not only the ebook that gives you the game, but you also get the worksheet where you can use them together. Okay. Also, what else do I have? The events for May will be launching towards the end of the month. So keep watch for that. They should be coming out very soon, maybe within the next week or so. And I think that's all I got. Yeah, I think that's all I got. So that's it. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of the month. I hope to see you in our new moon intention ceremony next week. Or, you know, maybe by the time that you're seeing this, it's actually happening the day of. So whenever, on the 19th, I hope to see you all there. And I look forward to connecting with y'all in the month of May. and I will talk to you soon. Bye.